Okay, what's up? This is the fucking Bubbies Podcast. This is episode 4, 3, 4,
4, baby.
4. I haven't even edited and put up 3 yet. I'm gonna do that tonight. So it'll be up either tonight or tomorrow morning, but it'll be up. I haven't edited 3. I've been, not that I've been lazy, but
You've been slacking.
Well, editing my last video was pretty time consuming. That took like 6 hours.
Did it really? Oh, your last video.
My last video. Yeah. It took from the when I started to like when I completely finished and uploaded to YouTube is like a whole 6-hour process.
Damn, dude.
I think maybe like 5 of that was purely editing, and the other half was just like getting the footage downloaded and put onto the thing and picking what I want.
That's a time consuming process.
It is, but it's fun. I enjoy it. So because it doesn't really. I only noticed it took as long as it did because I kept track of the time. I know when I started and I know when I finished. So yeah.
You're gonna have to start buying hell of a hard drive space, bro. Especially if you're shooting in like 4K.
Yeah, the videos are like 5 gigs.
Yeah, and then if you got a camera that shoots in bigger codecs or like 10-bit, or you shoot in ProRes, which is like a smaller version of RAW, it's not real RAW, or even some of the cameras coming out now are, they have the ability to shoot RAW or like versions of RAW. And one, they take faster cards, bigger cards, more expensive cards, but then they also like those file sizes are fucking huge. So if you're someone who does a lot of that, you'll have a lot of video files. But at the same time, you don't have to, you can make fucking solid looking stuff without going like the whole RAW route, or, going and shooting in log profiles. Like,
yeah, because I can shoot an S-Log on this Sony and do like my own color grading, but that just feels like a little, out of my comfortability zone. Comfortability? I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, comfort.
Yeah. So it's out of my comfort zone a little bit. But I'll learn. I'm learning every time I edit. I'm learning more. Just like, I'm just studying all these other YouTubers that I'm watching. I'm just kind of studying how they do things and trying to like mimic it to a certain degree. And
it's a good way to learn. Like, look at how people are using the programs. How are they using the editing programs, or what are they doing for this problem that was similar to mine? But then you get a bunch of different, views or perspectives from different ways of people doing things. And then once you get why they're doing it, you develop your own way and style. As you get more and more experience, your creativity will be able to be like, oh, I can do that with this. And, I don't know. Editing is time consuming, and, I can see why a lot of people don't like it. I get burnt out sometimes, but when I'm on a project that I'm like actually passionate about, it's definitely a lot easier to,
right. Because that's how it felt editing this time. Like I said, I only knew how long it took just because I was aware of the time when I started and finished. So I knew it took longer than my previous videos, but also this video was longer by like a mile. My last video was like 4-6 minutes, and this one's almost 12. So
oh damn.
Yeah. So
the vlog or what?
Vlog, yeah. Vlog. But yeah, man, it was fucking. We went to San Francisco, so we went hella early in the morning. We woke up at like 5 a.m. on Saturday, and Catherine got ready. I got ready, and then we just jetted. I think we got out there by the time we woke up and the time we were ready to go, it was 7. So we got out there like 7:30, and it wasn't even a Saturday. It was a Sunday. So the city was like still asleep. Everyone's still hungover. Everyone's sleeping in. It's it's Sunday. And we were up early, and I wanted to get to early because I knew what we were doing, and I knew what the plan was for the video today was to like do like date spots around SF. But I wanted those date spots to be relatively empty, because things like the mosaic steps, they always have a fucking ton of people on it doing photo shoots, doing videos as well. Like, we weren't the only people there with a camera. There was other people doing videos and vlogs. There's a photo shoot. There's a whole crew came out to do the photo shoot for this girl. They brought all their equipment. They had makeup artists on scene, like on site. And yeah, you know, it's a cool place. And I've been there before when it's that busy, because Catherine, like our second date was there. So we hit that up and a few other spots on our second date. So yeah, I was just like, we got to get in early. And she's like, okay, well, let's go to a bakery. She's like, I heard this bakery is really good. It's like one of the top reviewed bakeries in the country. I was like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. We'll start off with that, and then we'll go to hit these date spots.
Heck
and it was pretty sick, man. It was fun.
Did you get some clips at the bakery?
Got some clips at the bakery.
Close-ups.
Yeah, well, yeah, we did we got in line. Yeah. Well, no, we didn't get that, but I just got like shots of us in line at the bakery, and then what we got. And then I got like a slow motion shot of Catherine taking like her first bite into like the croissant, because we got like 4 different croissants. We got like a ham and cheese, a chocolate, a plain, and then a chocolate almond. And that shit, dude, that shit was hella good.
Oh shit. Wait, is this a different video than I just watched the video the other day. That's the video
I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, all the date spots. Yeah, dude, it was a lot.
I thought I was like, at the first I was like, did he watch my video?
Yeah,
and then I was like, maybe he's just asking me these questions for the audience, you know, like for the podcast, for the sake of the podcast, you know, he's just asking me questions about it.
No, because I was like, when you're describing that part, I was like, well, wait a second. I remember Catherine eating the croissant, and then you guys were talking about they were flaky and crispy and like delicious. Yeah, dude, it was a much better. That's when I was watching it, I was like, oh shit, this fool was talking in the podcast about how much of a upgrade his like video, you know, videos were. And I hadn't seen it until, you know, I watched the first video you sent me, and then I saw that one. I was like, damn, dude, you're not lying. You're making shit look pretty good, like not too long into just starting out. So that's like, you know, that's not pretty common, especially self-taught. But don't forget, you know, Bubby got you into the photography game, and I showed you how to operate a camera.
Yeah, well, I had
anything about aperture and exposure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, no. Full credit given to my buddy Zach here. I don't think I'd be gotten as good as fast as I have now. I mean, I'm still shit, but like the improvement is like from the first and the third video, you can see that there's like obviously improvement there in how I made the videos and how I edited them. But I don't think I would be at this level if I didn't do my photography stuff with you. If you didn't get me into it and showed me and told me what everything meant, and I didn't know what to look for and how to like, you know, be overexposed or underexposed, or know about like ND filters, and like being at a 1.8 aperture, you know, opens up and brings hella light in. So I need an ND filter to kind of like rein in that light a little bit so everything's not washed out. Like all that stuff I learned from my buddy Zach here. So that's the reason why my videos have gone a leg up, you know.
Hey, don't give me too much credit now. All right.
I'm trying to suck you off on the podcast, but
a lot of self research.
No, but, I did a lot of stuff.
Check out Kelly's videos. I mean, it's a legit, like, you know, when I was watching it, I was like, you know, I don't ever really want to go to San Francisco, but watching him and his wifey do that was like, you know what? That actually sounds nice one of these days.
Yeah,
you guys made it look fun. And
there
are spots that I'm sure a lot of tourists coming in that don't know anything about San Francisco other than, you know, the fucking main tourist attractions, they wouldn't go to those spots.
Right.
So it's legit for you know, people traveling to the Bay Area.
Right. Yeah, I think it's a good I think it turned out pretty nicely. If I do say so myself. I was worried. Because like you're taking all these shots when you're trying to make these videos, you have an idea and you have like kind of like a structure and you're getting all these shots, but to like really rein it all together is when you're editing. And so, you know, I don't really have an idea of what the video is going to look like and what the vibe's going to be until I'm actually starting to edit it. Yeah, I'm just trying to get as many clips as I can.
Or the music that you're going to use.
Right.
So it's like, well, what music? It's happy or cheerful or like,
right. I need something. See, that's the thing too. It's like Catherine, we were picking the music, and so I use Stream Beats, Harris Heller's thing, the Senpai Gaming. He has the stuff where you can download all of his music and it's all royalty free. So I've been using his music a lot. I used it for the first video good and stuff. I used it for this one. Yeah. So I downloaded all of his lo-fi tracks, and we were listening to all the lo-fi tracks, and then we came across one that wasn't on the lo-fi track. It was hi-fi. So it was all upbeat stuff. And then that one was the one. She's like, yeah, I think we need something a little bit more upbeat. I'm falling asleep with all these like lullaby tracks, you know? And I was like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
right, you're right. It needs to be something upbeat. So he also has like a whole hi-fi album with just like 30 songs that are all just upbeat songs, and we picked just the best one for that video out of that 30. Well, I was
Nice,
even
dude.
yeah, I was even contemplating on whether or not to even add music or not, because you'll see some blogs don't even have any, or vlogs that don't even have any music. But I think the music
Yeah.
really helps boost the video.
Yeah, I think so. Or it can help set a tone or a mood, or
Mm-hmm.
you know, it does a lot. Music does a lot to the vibe of something. But yeah, sometimes minimal less is better in certain
Right.
aspects. Some people overdo it with the music, or it's too loud, or when they are talking, the music's playing in the background, you can hardly
To
hear them.
yeah.
You know, sometimes it's just excessive.
Right.
Um, but yeah, man, keep it up.
Keep doing it.
Yeah,
We gotta
go over
get
to
you. We gotta get you started, bro. We need you to get on your. I have more subscribers than
yeah,
you
you
now.
know,
I'm.
I
I've
bet you do, bro.
I have two more. I have two more than you. You have 16. I have 18 now.
Yeah, they're probably bots that you made.
Yeah.
Um, no, actually did some recording a couple days ago, not last
Nice.
night, the night before. Yeah, I was playing a game I picked up during the summer sale, so I was recording myself on my cam, and I was recording the audio, you know, through my setup. And yeah, I think I'm gonna do some stuff like that. A little bit of gaming here, and then, you know, but I've been busy lately, so I've been tired as hell when I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm making excuses, but you know, there's a lot of shit going on in my life in terms of events coming up, and you know, the day-to-day structure of being a dad. You know, I've got a 1-year-old. Um yeah, so sometimes, you know, I'm fucking tired and I just veg out. But I'll be doing, yeah, gaming. We'll have talks about, you know, anything from, you know, economy stuff, or, um, you know, MMA. I like to keep up with UFC, not as much lately. Yeah, but yeah, just fucking go over there and figure it out when I start putting stuff up. But
Yeah.
till then, you gotta wait. You know, sorry.
If you want daddy to show you how to make a video, I'll come over. I'll teach you the editing process and let you know how to, where to put clips and when to show B-roll and things like that. I got
Are
you,
you
bud.
gonna give me the tutorial for iMovie, or
Yeah,
is
I
it
could
that
just
you
show you
need
how
it?
to put clips together and how to use like pan to white, fade to black, cross blur,
You
just
know,
transition.
the cut and trim feature really confuses me in that one. You know, I need someone to help me out with
It's
it.
very, very, very simple. iMovie is super simple, and I've already started just with some of the things that I want to do. It's still fine for now, but I can see myself definitely moving past iMovie some point, because I've already found like
Yeah,
some
dude,
things to be
you
limiting.
should
You know?
you should come over and I'll show you how to use DaVinci Resolve, you know, set up your warp stabilizer, go into your project settings and determine which, you know, timeline, you know, frame rates that you want. And, you know, are you doing slow-mo? Are you changing the timing of the clips FPS you recorded in your camera,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to put it on a slow-mo timeline?
Yeah,
We could go over color grading. You know, if you're filming an F log, we go over the color grading tab and show
that
you
is
how to
something
use
I do want to
curves
do.
and sliders, the gradient colors. You know,
Yeah, that's something I do want to learn at some point, is how to color grade my
you
own
get
video.
if you yeah, you get a lot of freedom. I mean, there's a lot of good programs. Don't get me wrong, but DaVinci's free, and I'll show you. But yeah, no, I was just kind of making fun of you a bit, bro.
I
I don't
know.
know if you caught.
I know. I just leaned into it though. I was like, when you started talking about color grading, I was like, I actually do want to learn that. No, but okay. I'll just to toot my horn just a little bit more, and this will be the end of this. Uh, there is another person I know, and I won't say any names because I'm not into drama. They won't even fucking hear it anyways. That dates someone that's famous. Not famous, but they're just like an IG model, and they also have a YouTube channel. They have like a family vlog channel, and they have like 1,500 subscribers. Um, and they do vlogs. And I was looking at their last vlog and comparing it to mine, my latest one. My video is way better. I'm just gonna flat out say it. I'm sorry. My video is just nicer. It looks nicer. Granted, we had like a plan in mind where they were just vlogging their day, but even then, if I was just to vlog my day and just like, look at me, I'm fucking shoving this eye cream down my throat because it's hot today. I think I can make that look a little bit more cinematic than they do. So,
oh no, dude,
I'm getting a little big head.
You're starting like a narcissist in the making, dude.
Yeah, well,
Don't
dude, the fame
like
I got.
Don't
Look,
become Jake Paul or Logan
I got
Paul.
18 subscribers, dude. The fame's getting to my head. But
Yeah,
no,
you know, your videos are worth a few more zeros at the end of that subscriber number, bro. Though, you know.
Yeah, I think so.
You're like, okay, 1,200. You know, you making content like this, you know, with this level of cinematic quality,
right?
My channel deserves to have at least 50,000 subscribers.
Right. I feel like that video was a 50,000 subscriber video at the very least. I've seen people have more subscribers than that do shittier
YouTube
videos
for having it up, bro. You
I
know,
know, dude.
I don't know if they should get
Patreon.
free rights to content of that level for free. You know, they should be paying you, even if nobody watches that video. The fact that they have that property, that recording of your, you know, cinematic masterpiece.
Right. I'm like a young like Coppola, you know?
Yeah, you're like a young Michelangelo of cinematography
of YouTube vlogs.
Of YouTube.
Yeah. That'd be pretty sick. I know. YouTube gotta start paying me. And also, like, I should probably just start a Patreon and just force people to start, you know, watching videos on Patreon. Just do like $100 buy-in.
You could start an OnlyFans too, bro.
Ooh, do cinematic porn vlogs?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of not even a bad idea. That's not even that bad of an idea. If I'm gonna be completely honest, dude, you know, imagine
more revenue streams, bro.
Right?
The more the better. And if it's cool with you guys both, or you like whatever you guys, whatever you decide.
Yeah, it's just me on a hike doing a solo in the dirt. I'm sitting on top of a rock, butt ass naked, my legs up in the air, my legs like behind my fucking ears. I'm just jerking the hell hard. People are walking by in disgust. Yeah, I'm just on a yoga mat.
Oh shit!
You see hella dirt under my thighs. I got like a ring of dirt around my ankles for where my socks are.
Stop. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, you'd probably get some super strange requests, you know.
I probably would.
Involving like buckets and
scat porn. Just do only scat porn and just shit into people's mouths.
Oh man, that's bad.
Yeah. But whatever, getting it by whatever means necessary.
Man, I feel like if people, I already know that that's out there, as sad as that is, but you know, imagine all the things you have to worry about in terms of your health if you're someone who's doing videos like that, dude.
Right.
You're gonna catch something and you're not gonna feel good, and you're probably not getting paid enough to like justify it. Yeah.
Yeah,
but some
you gotta put in the work, dude.
You know,
that's the thing
scary thing too.
Well, the thing is, you just gotta put in the work, right? No one starts off with, you know, everyone starts from zero. So
yeah, you can't stomach it at first. You gotta work your way up, basically.
If I just start with good content now, it's gonna get me there faster, I think. You know, that's the thing. That's
but you're setting the bar high early on. You know, people are gonna expect this greatness of you from a continuous output.
That's fine. It's only going to get better from here, right? I mean, I don't see it going down. I mean, I can see if I got popular, I can see myself. Well, I can see like me obscuring into irrelevancy. You know, like if I got popular from doing this fucking stupid YouTube shit, I can see myself becoming irrelevant because I feel like it's always hard to stay on the ball and on trend. You know, and then, but whatever. If I get like a core audience and I do a Patreon and I try and I charge them all. I was listening to a comedian named Krista Stefano, and he has a Patreon and he does like podcasts, comedy and stuff like that. And he goes like, you to like really to like change your life, you just need like 10,000 fans. You know, if you're getting like 10K views per video, or if you have 10,000 people on your Patreon and you're all charging like $5 a month, like you're set. You're good. You don't have to like work. You can do that for a living. It's like all you need is like 10,000 people to watch your shit and like get to know you.
That's what I've always I mean, or at least recently when I've been thinking
And
about
that's
it,
still a lot. That's
that would be
10,000
my
fucking people,
goal.
but
It's like it's not like I've got this obsession to get like a super high number of subscribers. The whole point is to like get build up like a brand or a reputation of some sorts. And if you could just have a dedicated fan base, even if you've got 2,000 subscribers, there's like extra income that can come in, even if it's small, like shit. I've seen people do Patreons and charge like $1 for certain things. And most of the time it's just like, all just as a support, but then you can
mhm.
make content that only they can see, which,
Right.
I think it's cool. I think
Yeah, I think that's
Patreon
cool too.
is nice. But yeah, but I think you're right in terms of you don't need a huge amount. Like I bet 12K of people that are buying merchandise or paying you on Patreon or whatever.
Mhm.
And even, time consumed from YouTube, I'm sure you'd get some cash both ways, and that could be enough.
Well, yeah, well,
But
go ahead. Sorry.
oh, sorry. No, I'm going on a longer one. There are ways I could see how it could go downhill from here. Not necessarily because of you becoming irrelevant, but in terms of
Stay on me.
I don't know. No, I'm not going to get into it.
He's like, I just think you're not as good as you think you are, and you're gonna get lazy and you're gonna fuck up. No,
Nah,
I
it
don't know.
involves recession, it involves economy.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about some economy? Look, hey man, I'm all for talking. You want to talk about economy? Let's do it. I don't know much
Well,
about it, so I'll let you do most of the talking. But if you want to,
yeah. No, I don't know a lot either. I'm stupid when it comes to it, but I've been paying attention and I've picked up some things along the way. And looked at crypto. I'm not a crypto expert, and I'm not I'm not
honestly, all
big
that
on
stuff seems like a
crypto.
scam, and it's like
Well,
way
I'm sure
past.
right now a lot of people are thinking like that, and I
Well,
think
I think
rightfully so. Some of them are plain, like obviously, like proved scams. There's been lawsuits and things like a bunch of
yeah.
cryptos that has happened. And a bunch of
I just feel
exchanges
like
are
the
paying people money.
explosion from like the common man like acquiring Bitcoin and then like becoming rich from that has like is long past.
It's long,
Like
yeah, exactly.
Ethereum, Bitcoin, like all that stuff. It's hard to you can't get in the average person can't get into it now. Like that
Well,
time is past. So now it's just like a game for the uber rich
a
to
lot of
fucking trade
people
around
already
digital money.
yeah, a lot of people already figured that out though, and that's why there's now as of like a couple days ago, there's now over 20,000 different cryptocurrencies.
But yeah, and it's like all of them are shitcoin.
And yeah, exactly. So people have figured out like, well, our opportunity is gone on Bitcoin and Ethereum, but now you got to catch like the next big one. A lot of people thought it was Doge, and
And to
for
it
a
for a
period, it
second, it
actually
was
was
Doge. It was
Doge.
Doge. Yeah, I made $1,500 from Doge because I bought it in at 4 cents, and then it went up to 70, and then I sold, and I was kicking myself in the foot because I thought I was like, fuck, I should have waited and like let it gone up more. But then like literally the next day, it just took a nosedive. I was like, oh well, cool. I fucking just got lucky, you know.
Yeah, but there's so much money that was going into these altcoins that literally there's really no yeah, I don't want to say there's no value because people will say, people especially that are big into crypto will say, well, it's not there is like a value to it. What's the word? I don't
Sentimental
remember the specific term, but something that is like, like water would be a
commodity,
well, it's a commodity, but it would be not intangible. Fuck, I don't remember the word, and that's
integral.
that's that's throwing me off.
Yeah,
No, but
I'm just
anyway,
gonna
the whole the
shoot
whole
out words.
the whole point is I don't want to call crypto worthless because there's no like use for it. Intrinsic, that's the word I was looking for. Like intrinsic value. Like if something has intrinsic value, like water would have intrinsic value to us
Mm-hmm.
because
We
we
need
need
it.
it to survive. But when it comes to currencies, and like commodities like gold, people will say, well, the intrinsic value, what's the intrinsic value of gold? It's not much different than the intrinsic value of like a cryptocurrency because they're both just created like perceived value by a participating party. I guess is what you'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Like we agree that this is worth this much. So if we're making a transaction, so, but intrinsic value could be applied to different contexts too. If you're in the desert and you have a giant chunk of gold, or a rock and a coconut, the coconut and the rock have more intrinsic value to you than the gold would.
Right. I get what you mean. It's situational.
Yeah. So what's fucked up and what's crazy lately is with the whole economic like downturn and the stock market and the crypto markets. I just heard recently that like a big crypto exchange declared bankruptcy. So anybody that had
Oh yeah, I
purchased,
seen that too. What was it called? It was some guy that owned it too. It was
yeah, I don't remember his name.
an Asian fellow.
But at the same time, some of the exchanges were like freezing their trading windows, or like people weren't able to like pull out their crypto. The exchange that did declare bankruptcy, everybody that had crypto in their exchange that didn't pull out or didn't physically have the crypto on them, it's all gone. Like it's lost. And
Really?
yeah.
What the fuck?
So everyone lost their
Wait,
money.
wait,
Think about it,
wait,
that's just
wait,
like
wait,
literal
wait,
money
wait, wait,
that
wait,
just
wait, wait.
disappeared.
Yeah, wait. How does a company declaring bankrupt? How does a bank declaring bankrupt make you lose your money? If Wells Fargo declares bankrupt, I'm not losing my fucking money.
Yeah,
You can't just
you
take.
would unless the government bails the banks out. So the government can print money and then give it to the banks and then say, "Oh no, here's your money." But if
Like, dude,
but
okay,
if you
listen,
have a
people.
bank,
Listen, people.
though,
Can I just say, can I interject with one thing?
yeah.
Cash is king. Cash is king. I recently sold a camera on Facebook Marketplace, my Fuji X100V. I sold it for $1,500. So, I almost broke even on it. And the guy was super annoyed that I wouldn't do like Venmo or anything else. And I was like, dude, I kept telling him, like, look, man, cash is king. Like, because he was starting to get suspicious of me. He was like, why do you only want cash? I'm like, dude, I don't fucking know like how all this shit works. Like, I know you can send people money, and I told him, I was like, I use Venmo. Yeah, it's like my if I can look you and grab the money from you, that's the most securest thing for me, you know. So
Yeah.
if I had
Well,
money in Venmo and Venmo went bankrupt, then I fucking just lose $1,500. Fuck that. Granted, I took that money and I did cash and I put it in the bank, but whatever, But like, but point being is, cash is fucking king. At the end of the day, if you can make a cash transaction and a cash, just use cash by any means necessary if you can.
Yeah, I agree to an extent, but it's more inconvenient now. Cash is inconvenient.
Yeah, it is super inconvenient.
Some people at some banks, they have limitations how much they can withdraw from their checking accounts, and a lot of people don't have it's not a very high number. Like if I wanted to just go pull out like $3,000, like I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, you have a daily withdrawal limit.
Sometimes it's even like I've heard 400, 600 less, but I guess it depends on the bank and probably different things they start enforcing if they are losing a lot of money. But yeah, I thought that was a crazy thing. In terms of crypto, I guess that's all I would want to say. I'll talk about I'm not like anti-crypto because I like the idea, the technology behind like a blockchain, even though we've seen how the blockchain can actually kind of it's not like I don't think it's something that's designed to be completely anonymous, because I've already seen plenty of incidents where people, if you're on social media and you are like talking about crypto, or you're talking like you're like look at like Jake Paul, they're constantly talking about projects and things going on with NFTs and
yeah, all that stuff is like pump and dump scheme.
Yeah, exactly. There has been a lot of that. I mean, shit, that's a big portion of what crypto is, but yeah.
It's just scamming people.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, crypto was fun. I did it with the Dogecoin thing, and I liked it. I was hoping that I was gonna make enough money from Doge to buy like one Ethereum, and then from there just sit on that. But it didn't get high enough, and I ended up just cashing it in anyways. But
I thought you did. You had a bunch of you could have easily bought Ethereum right now with what you pulled out of Doge. I
Yeah,
think you'd
I
have
know, but
one.
I don't know. I just don't give a shit about that kind of stuff. Like, I know I probably should,
The
and
people
like
that do
thinking
give
of
a shit
stock.
are the people that the people like you and me who are like even just a little bit into crypto or interested or trying to learn about investing. Like a lot of people like that. So many people invested into crypto within the last like even year. Think of how much publication it's been getting, and like people like there's all these altcoins. There's literal billions of dollars from retail investors, people like
Yeah,
you and me in middle class. And anybody who did invest and put a substantial amount of money in, they are all down. Like they're either they've lost all their money or, more than half of their investments.
right.
So it's like those people, they care because they're fucking shitting their pants right now, or they're, super sad and depressed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I was safe. I kind of just went with precious metals, and I had some stocks, and I sold some shit at times earlier before everything happened. So yeah, I'll talk more about economy shit another time, and maybe things I do and things I'm hearing, what I'm learning. But you probably don't want to hear me yap about it much longer.
Dude, I'm always down to listen to a good story. Oh, know what we can talk about though? Let's talk about when you invested in that Redwood company when you thought you were investing in CD Project Red.
It's yeah, it's funny. Um yeah, I told this guy, I think it was actually right around the time CD Project Red actually like recently went public. I think they've only been public like a few years, or kind of right before Cyberpunk release, or no, not
Mm-hmm.
before. Maybe it was right after Witcher
It was
3.
before Cyberpunk, really. It was like in the
It was
anticipation. It was like months, like 9 months before
yeah.
Cyberpunk was releasing.
But I remember I was trying to find them I was trying to invest in them, and it said the exchange I was on didn't allow you to invest in I don't know exactly what it's called, but like if you go on the stock market, like there's a bunch of different businesses and stocks from like globally, but
Mm-hmm.
certain platforms don't have everything that like everything there listed. Like there's different groups. I don't know if you'd call them exchanges, like depending on the exchange, like different areas of the market basically, because they're international or they're overseas. um but yeah, I go on an exchange that does allow me to purchase CD Project Red, and I just searched like I think I just typed in CD Project or CD Project
Mm-hmm.
Red, and I just clicked on the first one that I saw because it looked like CD Project, it had the letters and shit. So I was like, oh yeah. Come to find out, I think like after a year, oh my camera's going. After a year, I finally realized that it wasn't actually CD Project Red, and I thought it was a lumber company based off of the name because I like looked it up, and I saw there was a business and it looked like a lumber yard or some shit. And then like 6 months after, I think it was like 2020 at this point, and like the housing market had started booming, maybe late 2020. I don't remember, but it's going up, and then I learn it's actually a real estate. Uh, it's a real estate
It's a cedar company,
agency.
wasn't it? I thought it was
No,
a.
the name it's got cedar in the name, but it's
Okay.
not. It's not a
I
wood
always
or
thought it was like, well, the way I picture it was like this lumberjacking, like cedar wood processing company, and that you just bought hella shares, and now like, you were the shareholder of this random company that no one's ever even heard of. And
no.
in my mind, I knew that wasn't the case. I mean, I did think it was like a lumberyard, but
Yeah,
I
me
thought it
too.
would be funny if like you owned so many shares of this company that you just were like one of like the main shareholders, and you're like on the board, and
Damn,
they would
dude.
like have to call you to like make decisions, like they have to consult you, and you're like, oh fuck, what the hell did I buy into?
I wonder if that's ever happened to someone, dude.
That'd be
Like they
so
just
fucking
slowly
funny.
invested in a certain stock, like early on, like over their whole lives, and it just exploded, and they were like one of the biggest holders, and they're like, We want to leave it to you.
Yeah. We want to
You
go
own
public. Is
most
that
of
okay?
it.
Right.
Yeah. I don't remember what you said.
I was just literally asking you to tell your story.
Oh yeah. Well, that was it. I ended up, but oh yeah, the funny thing is CD Project Red actually their stock has fallen significantly than where it was when
Really?
it first went up. Yeah, I think it's at it's below $6 right now, and I think right when they went public,
Wow.
it like shot up to like 30 a share.
I thought it would be more like
30
60 a share, if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised
Is it?
that's actually the highest it got. But I don't know exactly how big it is, and I think a lot of the people at CD I haven't looked into this enough to know, but I feel like there's been a lot of changes at CD Project Red and a lot of like management have changed. They sort of changed how like one of the things I remember most when I just learned about CD Project Red was that they didn't care what people thought about the way they marketed or like held events and like the way they talked, but I think they got like scrutinized, and I think they've succumbed a little bit and gone like a little more politically correct, I guess, in a way. Like they don't want to offend people.
I mean,
But
I know they got.
so
I mean,
that
I know.
happened, but obviously the crash, the stock, like the tech industry, that's gaming companies, they're hit by economy stuff too. So that's a big portion, but a bit other portion was like the release of Cyberpunk that brought it down a little bit, but or the state that it released in. But I think it is undervalued. Like I think even right now, even though they messed up a little bit, like the company itself would equate more than $6 a share for like what 2 billion, I think is what they have, 2 billion
Yeah.
shares. So
Pretty crazy, bro. Microeconomics. It's nuts stuff. It's nuts. It's it's nuts for Cowboys Bus. It's balls to the wall over here on the Bubby Podcast.
balls
Like,
to the wall,
comment,
dude.
subscribe on the Bubbies Podcast. You know what the fuck going on? We out here talking about economics. We're talking about vlogs. We're talking about CD Projekt Red only being $6 when we thought it was gonna be more. We're talking about a whole lot of gay shit. You already know what we doing.
Yeah, dude. Gay shit and CD Project Red. That's where it's at. What else was I gonna say? CD Project Red. Fucking. God damn it! My brain isn't working right now, dude.
Dead air. No,
My
I'm just
brain's
kidding.
not working.
No, it's all good, dude. But what was I gonna say? What do you how can we get into what you're gonna be doing this weekend? You want to keep that
family
separate?
event. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about family shit or specifics.
Yeah.
Not because I'm like worried. I just like my privacy, and it just doesn't vibe with me right now. Like I don't post photos on social media anymore with my daughter. Some like a couple times I have, but recently I don't, and I don't know. I just don't like
Zach doesn't love his family. That's what I'm getting from it.
Yeah, man. If I post pictures, then people think that I actually love my family and friends. Like,
yeah, dude.
Why would I want to do that? Dude?
Don't show weakness. Don't show weakness. My family is weakness.
Good, homie. It all good. Welcome back from our little break.
Our little intermission.
I haven't watched the podcast, so I don't actually know how Kelly edits our little breaks in Zoom that Zoom so kindly forces us into doing.
Yeah, I just do like a little cross blur transition, and yeah, I try to do as minimal amount of editing on that thing as possible. You know what I'm saying? I just try to make it fucking simple and easy, and just take out all the racial slurs you say. I just edit all that out, and then it's a nice clean podcast.
Okay, I like it, dude. I really appreciate you editing the first 3 episodes. What?
Nothing. It's funny.
Why do you say that? Why do you chuckle like that?
Because I was making a joke about editing out all the racial slurs you say.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
dude.
That went right over your head. That one you didn't get that one, huh?
You gotta bleep all my racial language, man.
Yeah.
We can't have our audience know that I am
all the C's and B's and S's.
Closet racist, man.
E's and F's. and A's and Z's. Most importantly, Z's.
Well, the Z's are the funnest ones to pick on, bro.
Ah!
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, while I was on the economy tangent, my fucking thought that I forgot was that I think since CD's undervalued, and you know this just ties into the economy. If you know that a recession's coming, and if you don't know anything about investing and or like what's going on with the economy,
I don't know shit.
if you don't know shit and like you're considering investing in stuff right now,
Yeah.
or putting money in crypto or investing in the stock
If I was going to put
market,
my whole entire life
now
savings
is
into something, what would I put it in?
now is not the time, I think, to decide, because if you know anything about the way our monetary system works and what the Federal Reserve is doing right now and how their decisions impact the direction of the economy, like if you don't understand that, then basically to sum it up, like if they keep doing what they're doing in terms of fighting inflation and raising interest rates, it's inevitably going to lead to a recession. I mean, we are technically might be in a recession right now, but way that recessions typically work, you know, aside from being like rescued and pulled out of one by the government by like printing money, since inflation is high or this high and our debt is as high, we can't print more money to pull you out of a recession this time around, because it would just lead to more inflation, and things would get even more expensive than they already are getting.
Yes.
So the whole point is it can keep going in that direction, and the way things are looking, it is going to keep going in that direction. So if you're planning on investing, or you're sitting on money, like you said earlier, Kelly, cash is king, especially in financial crises too. As people learned when they put money in cryptocurrency, thinking, well, if this is a currency and it might be used as a means of transaction at some point, they learned the hard way that actually, no, that's not going to happen with all this fucking money that I've poured into this coin. But cash works, and that's the global reserve currency for now.
Cash is king. Because look, when the ensuing apocalypse does happen, because it is going to happen within our lifetime.
Bottle caps
and cash, pre-war money, I don't know, probably not going to get you anywhere, but bottle caps are going to be the saving grace. So, you know, if people think you're poor and you're just trying to collect money through recycling, yes, you can do that, or you can save apocalypse for the impending, apocalypse that's going to happen.
Would gold be valuable in the apocalypse?
Nope, because it doesn't fucking matter. Gold would not be valuable.
If someone
silver would not be valuable.
What if somebody just wanted to like trade like something like not big for you, like, or maybe they just offered you a bunch of gold, like a pound of gold, you wouldn't take it in the apocalypse? Like you would turn it down?
Nope, I'd be like, trade me for something I can fucking use. I can't do anything. I can't provide. I can't build a gold awning to protect me from the sun. Give me a fucking camper van and some gas. Give me something practical that I can use.
You don't want to wear it?
If we're in the apocalypse, no, what the fuck? That's like putting a bounty on my head. You know, for someone that does want that shit.
Or make like cutware or cookware. Like a fork.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather just take a fork or a spoon if someone had it. I'm not gonna. You
gotta be drinking out of a gold goblet in an apocalypse, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I want to get bougie, right, but I gotta be right with everything else first. So give me practical, everyday things that I can use, and we'll try to make a fair trade.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? How depending on the state of a
but I don't think like any monetary, like anything has any like monetary value in terms of like, you know, in an apocalypse. I think practicality and utilitarianism is the way to go.
The value shifts from things that are, you know, not necessary, and they're more comfort, quality of life, convenience. Now the things, it goes back like it was in time where it was survival, food, water, you know, a cover, heating if you live in places where the weathers are extreme, you know, like that's the stuff that becomes the most valuable. And when you have limited resources, if a country like the size of ours, like you were talking about the size of the United States the other day, is like, imagine the whole country like going into a massive like economic
Downturn.
downturn. And then, we don't have, there's food supply shortages, the power is going out, the grid is down, the sewage isn't moving, supply chains are like fucking, like just all out helter skelter madness. Like, it would be crazy.
It'd be so. I think I'd probably be murdered. I wouldn't doubt that I'd be murdered.
Do you
I
think
think I
other
could.
countries watching, like if that was happening, do you think like hostile countries to the United States would seize in that opportunity? Because the military is still going to be
Well,
there. There's going to be pockets of the military.
I kind of imagine if we're going down, so is everybody else. I think if America's a superpower, and I think America's
Yeah,
so
but
goddamn big, and I think if we're going down, I think everybody else is going down. I feel like there's no
so
way.
many countries don't depend on things that we produce to keep their economy up. Some of them, a lot of them use our currency. It's the world reserve currency, and they buy government bonds with money. A lot of people and like workers and retail investors in other countries, small business owners, they'll invest in bonds in the stock market, U.S. bonds and government debt bonds, or they're called treasuries. And but other than that, like if their own currency, their home country currency is doing well and it's not paying to the dollar, most countries don't depend on shit that we make. They make everything that we use. The only thing that they depend on us for right now is dollars. And if our dollar starts losing value and it's just seen as a piece of paper, like it actually is just a piece of paper that government puts a value on, or like a number, then, technically the whole world could get cut off from us and it wouldn't be much of a difference.
And it's just like apocalypse on America, American apocalypse.
Yeah, but it would be interesting. I'm sure some other places around the world would also have the same thing happening. I was just curious if you thought, like, would someone attack? Like, they'd be like, "Oh, they're vulnerable, they're weak. We can fucking."
Well, you look at it at the point that like we don't have a lot of things that other people want, but also we buy from a lot of people. So I think that's what I'm saying. It's like we consume a lot as America. So I think if America's going down, then also a lot of people, motherfuckers are going down as well.
Yeah.
Because we buy a lot of shit. We buy a lot, maybe some would say even too much.
Well, the funny thing is that a lot of the countries that do things similar to us financially, or like with central banking and spending money, like printing money that they don't actually have, like they all have the same inflation problem, and the same thing would happen in terms of a collapse.
Would you want to go through an apocalypse? Do you think you could survive?
No, I don't want to go through an apocalypse.
You don't want to go through like a
It'd be like war, bro, except worse. Like it would just be chaos. It'd be pandemonium.
Do you think you can survive though? How far, like realistically, how long do you think you can last?
I would say if it went full out, like we're talking like
full out martial law everywhere.
I would say I could survive maybe, at tops. I mean, it would just be so random and chaotic. I would like to believe I'd be able to last a year and like keep my family safe a year.
Right.
But, it depends on how much food we'd be able to store between then, how much ammo do I have, all kinds of variables that would dictate certain things, like clean water supply. Like, do we have a bunch of bottled water that we're not going to have to go out often looking for to survive? And when you go out, you're risking,
get attacked.
Yeah, I feel like the other thing that would dictate is how many groups of people are there? Like, how many small are there? Some smaller ones that are like keep to themselves, and maybe they're fucking like robbing people or taking what they can get. They're like, or are they like organized and they're trying to help and divvy up food proportionately for children and women and everything. Like, there would be so many variables that it would be like, well, what are my odds of survival? Are there big groups and they're more chill, or are there a bunch of smaller gangs that are just fucking killing people on sight?
That's what I think would happen. I think, because you have like raiders and stuff like that. I think, yeah, there would be groups of people or like communities that would like either try to be a safe haven or would try to like just take, divide and conquer and just fucking take as much as they possibly could.
Because we already know we live amongst criminals, and it's like, what is a criminal going to do in a crisis like that? Are they going to change their behavior and like turn a new leaf, or are they going to fully embrace the fucking lifestyle of doing what they want, and they're going to do even more now because they need to survive? So it's just like they less to worry about too, because if everything is collapsing, you don't really have a police force, you don't have patrols going around and listening to dispatch. It's just kind of like a free-for-all.
Right.
Battle in the streets.
That's crazy. I don't know what I'd do. I would like to think that I would survive for at least a little while, for like a few months, and hopefully for a year. But I don't think so. I think I don't know, man. I feel like I'd like, damn, all my food's going bad. I got to go outside, and then I'd get like shot in the head by somebody.
By the rednecks carrying their hunting rifles with scopes.
Because it's like, what do? Do you go out into the chaos and into like the initial like first few hours and try to get as much stuff as you can to stock up on? Because most people are not prepared for like an apocalypse.
This is what you do. This is my best advice to you.
Give me some advice.
When you hear of the impending coming apocalypse, what you want to do if you want to survive as long as possible is get on the first flight down to the most redneck hick out there small town where every man and woman and child has their own shotgun, and they believe in Armageddon. So they've got their panic rooms and their fucking end of the world bunkers underground with canned food and ammo and water. You just find one of them, you start chewing some tobacco and letting them
have to put some dip in my mouth.
Yeah, then you'll be good, bro. You just
brother.
Join the whites and you'll survive.
Hell yeah, brother. No one touches my sister but me. I drive a 4x4 and fuck my sister. Hell yeah, brother. Woo! All right, that was probably extremely loud. I apologize.
Yeah, but I don't want to go through an apocalypse, it's now that I have a daughter. So
yeah, you got a little baby to take care
of. But it's also like,
do you think you could like, you're like, hey, you can think like my wife and my wife's family, they're all dead weight, but let me just take my baby daughter and go, and we have a better chance of survival with just us two than just carrying an entire family? Do you think you could make that decision?
Dude,
do you think that would be a logical decision?
Things in a scenario like that would make you do things that would be traumatizing and scar you forever, but you're doing it to survive. So you're doing it to like to further your daughter. The way you think and feel and the way your thoughts are like now in your day-to-day routine and how your emotional like things are, like all of that normal state of like homeostasis for you where you're comfortable, that is gone.
All out the window. It is completely out the window.
You are now,
and it just flight or fucking die.
It's fight or flight continuous. You're working day in, day out to gather everything and make sure you're as set up and safe and protected as possible. And it's just there's a lot of violence, there's a lot of sacrifices and decisions that your mind wouldn't even be able to comprehend, like you doing it. So
exactly.
That's why I said it's like war. People like, we talk about war, we watch movies depicting war, but it's very different to be in one. I mean, not that I know, but I have, I've read some books and I know a little bit, and it's just fucking things happen that scar people to the point where where they can't operate and function normally as a human being, and they're seeing things that your brain
start getting PTSD and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that would happen. A lot of people would just lose their mind and go.
Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't
be able to take it.
They would have a snap. Yeah, I mean,
they would be dead like quickly.
Yeah, there would be there'd probably be a huge drop off in the first like month or two. like of just civilization. That'd be pretty nuts. That'd be
I was thinking
fucking crazy.
If there was like,
I don't think I can make it, dude. Now that I'm thinking more about it, I think maybe I last a week. I'd have a fucking mental breakdown and just beat my head into the wall until I died. Just leave Catherine to fend for herself.
Just be awful. I'm getting depressed thinking about it.
Or I do like where like I go the opposite way where I have like a mental breakdown, but like instead of just snapping and going crazy, like something happens where I just put up walls and I just keep pretending like everything's normal. You know, it's like the apocalypse. I'm like still vlogging, like I'm about to upload a video to YouTube. You know, I just go like the opposite direction.
You're just doing a little bit of shooting now and then between your vlogs. You know, like not camera shooting, but like, you know.
I just go the other way, and I just pretend like everything's still normal, and like that's me as a broken man. Like I purely can't come to grips with like reality and like the way like things are now. So I just keep living my life as like normal. I'm like still trying to go to work and like get into the building and get into the office and shit.
You're covered in like different amounts of blood like throughout the
That's where I'd go. I would go to my job. I'd probably go to my job. My warehouse is the warehouse I work at is full of food.
Yeah, you're the only one working too.
Yeah, like, I'd go in there.
Most of the products are gone, so you're just walking around like collecting up like, you know, plastic and like old labels and shit.
Right.
Trying to move product around that isn't actual work product.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just like eating candy. I'm
just empty boxes and shit.
Yeah, I'm just like trying to package up pallets and fucking send them back to the vendor and shit like that. You find me in there. I'm just like I'm like shrink wrapping product and like stuff.
You organized all the mail you found lying around like alphabetically. You know,
everything's like completely clean.
A digital version, like an Excel spreadsheet, and like, you know, created a little server at work too, where you're putting all the documents and shit. Like you basically start running the company.
Yeah, I just start running the company as one unit and just doing everything on my own. And I just completely just refuse to believe that people are dying and families are being lost and we're just in an apocalypse. And I'm just treating it like it's normal. Like I'm going in at 6 a.m. I'm getting off at 2:30 and I'm fucking going home and
you're clocking out for lunch too.
Yeah, I'm on lunch trying to drive to Chipotle down the street and fucking get a burrito.
You have to make the burrito though, because fucking no one's
I gotta make because there's no one else is around. I just gotta fucking scoop all my own food. I gotta
cook the rice, fucking chop the cilantro, cook the steak, and get the sour cream out.
Before I know it, I'm just working at Chipotle now. I'm not even back at the warehouse. I'm just full on running a Chipotle now.
You throw on your fucking manager work tag at Chipotle, and then when you get your food and
have a little apron,
walk back to work, clock in, put your uniform on.
Yeah, after like 6 hours.
Oh shit. Hey Bubby, it was fun. I gotta get going. There's stuff I gotta help wifey do. We're packing, we're cleaning, we're cooking, we're prepping. I got a busy weekend.
Got a busy weekend. Have fun. It's gonna be fun. Enjoy yourself.
To the next one. Potentially, same time, same day during the week.
Yep.
I'll let you close us off.
All right. This is the Bubbies Podcast. Bubbies fucking podcast without the fuck in it, but it's the Bubbies Podcast. So hit us up on our own channels, NoManCave, HardlyKell. We put out content, when we can. We try to keep on a schedule and do what we do. But yeah, you're getting a ton of stuff from us, and it's fucking all free content, and we're just doing this for funsies right now. So enjoy it while you can, bro. Enjoy it until, because look, like I've said before in previous podcasts,
$50.
I want to sell out. I'm trying to hog ads in the middle of this podcast. I'm trying to sell out, you fuckers. So check us out, listen to the podcast, get it now ad free, and we don't even have a fucking Patreon for this shit. So and also at some point,
eventually.
Yeah, and at some point we should probably also upload like an audio version to like Spotify and SoundCloud and all that too, all that jazz. Instead of, because we only have video versions on YouTube. But check us out. Check us out our own channels.
They want me on their platform.
Yeah, but yeah, check us out. I kind of lost some gas and steam at the end of here, but come fuck with your mans. I'll talk to you later. Okay, bub.
Signing out. Bubby Podcast episode 4 complete.
All right, love you, bub.
Love you too, man.